New to crochet and looking for your first project? Well, I've got you covered with the best first project you can try. Hi, come on in. I'm Caroline, this is Caro-stitched, and today I will show you how to make this lovely little face cloth. Now, why is it so good for a beginner and for your first projects? Well, because it uses the very basic stitches. So today we'll just be using the chain stitch and the UK double crochet, which is the US single crochet equivalent. It's quite a simple one to make. We're making it as a square, so that makes it nice and easy. It's a good one to test yourself on and to practice those particular stitches, but still looks lovely and effective and means you have something that is great for a gift for so many people. Now, we'll be using a cotton yarn for this. Now, a lot of cotton yarns, when you get them, feel like they split on you. This is the best one that I've found so far. It doesn't feel like it splits quite so much. Now, this is the Paint Box Cotton Arm yarn. I will put a link in the description box down below for you, and also for all the tools that I use. Now, along with this, I use a 4.5mm hook. Now, that's not the recommended hook for this, but I just think it gives a slightly better finish for me, and that's why I use it. So you can use the recommended hook size, or you can use the same as myself, which is the 4.5mm hook. Now, everything that I've got here, again, I will link in the description box down below for you. So if you are a starter, you can go straight and find what you need. They are done through Amazon, so it will be relevant for you wherever you are in the world. So let's have a look at how we do this. So today I'm going to use cotton yarn again, the same one, but in a slightly different colour. Put this out of the way, we don't need them at the minute. And to start with, we're going to make a slip knot and chain stitch. So to make the slip knot, you just put your yarn like that into a little circle with a crossing at the front. Take your hook, put it through that loop. Take this end, the one that comes across the top, and it's your loose end. Put your yarn around, pull it through the loop and pull it tight. Don't make it too tight, you want to still be able to move it so that you can crochet into it. Now, if you want a bit more detail about how I hold my yarn and for all the basics for starting, then I do have a school community that can help you with this. Now, it's great for anybody at all different stages of the journey with crochet. However, in the classroom there, I do have some beginner tutorials for yourselves that you can look at and that can help you not just with your stitches, but also with how to hold your yarn and so on. So we will start with our slip knot on our hook. We'll put our yarn over and pull through that loop on the hook, and that's your first chain. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now for this particular project, we are going to be making our chain stitches in multiples of 2. I'm going to start with 24 for this one, which is the same size as this one. And this one was 34. Now you can make it as big or as small as you want to, but always chains in multiple of 2. If you need to pause and go back to see how I do that, then please do. But I will meet you when you have come to 24 or the size that you want yours to be. I have my 24 chain. Now, we're going to work into the second chain from the hook. You don't count the one on your hook here, so that is 1 and 2. So right into that second one right there, take your hook and put it in through. And we're making a UK double crochet, which is equivalent to the US single crochet. So put your yarn over, pulling it through. You have your 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull it through. We will make 1 chain, so that's yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. We will skip the next chain and work into the one after that and make another UK double crochet US single. So hook in, yarn over, pulling it through, 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both. Then another chain, Again, skipping one and into the next one, we make exactly the same stitch. So hook through, yarn over and pulling it back, 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both, 1 chain, skipping one and doing the same again. And that's what you will do the whole way along. Again, if you need to, you can pause this video, skipping one and into the next, and watch what you have to do all over again. And I will meet you at the other end when you have finished this row. So I've done that the whole way along. I have come to this end. I have just done my 1 chain. I'm skipping the next and working into that last chain stitch there. Now you should have just enough to do it that way. There shouldn't be any extras. And pull through those 2. Do a single chain, so yarn round and pull through, and then turn your work. So turning it like that, so your yarn is still behind here. Now that is classed as your foundation row. It's setting you up for the rest of your project. And from here on in, we will be crocheting the same 2 rounds. So it's a 2-row repeat. So we take our hook, we put it in through that first stitch right there. You can see where the V is. We put it underneath both, yarn over and pulling it through, yarn over and pull through both. Again, that was doing a UK double crochet US single. Now you can just see where our chain was here in the last one, last round. We are going to do another UK double crochet US single and pull through both. We will do 1 chain. We will skip over that next stitch and work into the next chain stitch right here and pull through both, and then a single crochet and work into the next one, skipping again and into the next chain stitch, doing exactly the same, and a single chain, skipping that one, working into this one. You do that the whole way along, and I will see you when you come to the other end. Now we've done them the whole way along. I've done my single chain. We're skipping that stitch and working into the last chain stitch right there. Now we do still have 1 stitch left to work into, but we don't then do a chain. We're just going straight into the UK double crochet US single into that last stitch right there. Right, there we go. Yarn over and pull through. So we finished that row. We'll do a single chain and turn our work again. We will do a UK double crochet US single into the first stitch, and that will be the same for every single row. Now as you can see, for this next row we have a stitch here and then our chain hole right there. So we will do a single chain on this one and then work into that chain space right there. Stitches are basically the same, so you are doing a UK double crochet US single into that chain space hole, doing a single chain and then working into the next one, and you'll be doing that the whole way along, exactly the same as you were in the last row except for the start and the finish. 1 chain, work into the next chain space hole with a UK double crochet US single, and I will meet you when you have finished it. I've come to the end of that row. I've finished my 1 chain. We have just the 2 stitches left here, so we are jumping over that first stitch just as we as the whole way along, and we're working into this last stitch here with a UK double crochet US single, just 1 chain and turning our work, working into that first stitch again with a UK double crochet US single and working in to the chain space right here with another one. We don't make a chain space between those two stitches. Chain one and into the next chain space, the UK double US single, chain and one, and into the next one. You work that again the whole way along, and this is the 2-row repeat that you will be using. I will put it on the screen for you here so that you can pause, you can see what you need to do, and if need be, please return to the other rows so that you can see what you need to do. I will have them time stamped in the description so you can go straight to the row that you want so that you can see what it is you need to do. When you come to the end of this row, we are working into this last chain space here with a UK double US single. We don't do another chain, we simply go straight into that last stitch right there. Whoops, that wasn't it. And make another one right into there, chaining one and turning. So you repeat those 2 rows the whole way up until you get your desired length. And it's just making sure that this is square for yourself when you come to the other end. And I'll meet you up there when you finished it. As I say, it will be on the screen here for you, and also you can go back to see how to do it in those previous rows. And I'll meet you when you're at the top. So I finished my little face cloth, and one of the best ways to find out if it's square is just to take your corner here and put it up and see whether it works out evenly. And as you can tell, this is a nice neat square. We're going to finish this off now by making 1 chain in the last stitch there, pulling it longer, taking our scissors and cutting the yarn, and just pull that out. Let's get rid of that. Pull that nice and tight. And we want to finish our ends off. Now I do have a nice tutorial about this. Again, I can link that for you. Thread your needle, put your yarn through the loop there so that you can actually just make this corner to be nice and square like the other ones. Put it through another loop, put your yarn over, pulling it through, and then just weave in the ends through some of your other loops to make sure the end is nicely tucked in, and then come back through a couple and cut off your end. Simple as that. And you just need to finish off your other end in exactly the same way. And there we have it. We have our nice little face cloths all ready to go to a new home or to be used by ourselves. And these can just be washed and dried and used again. Really handy and such a lovely gift for somebody. Let me know how you've got on with making this face cloths. Drop me a comment down below. If you'd like to, please do come over and join me in my school community. I would love to see you there. You can learn so much from each other. As I say, you can message me whenever you want to find out any answers to anything you want. It's a great place for just sharing ideas and just for a lovely community. And I look forward to seeing you there. Link will be in the description. Thank you for joining me, for keeping me company, and I'll see you in the next one.